So, you're tired of your adventure rank dubbing you as the Eternal Noob. Well, worry not, because I have the guide that will make you look like you know what you're doing. Well, at least somewhat. So if you hang around, I'll help your party members question your life choices when they join your co-op invite. So if you liked the video, please hit that like button, and if you like my content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. So let's get into the best ways of leveling up your adventure rank quick. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably spent more time scaling mountains in Teyvat than you have dealing with your own laundry pile, so you've probably heard of these things called ley lines. Ley lines are little orbs that are around Teyvat, usually blue or yellow. For the completion of one of them, you get 100 XP. You do have to use some of your resin to actually open the blossom once you've completed it. Typically, the ley line is a kill the enemy challenge or kill the enemies challenge, to where the enemies in the challenge just have a little bit more health than they usually do. They're pretty easy to complete, and I would suggest doing them every time you see them and not passing them up, as they are an easy source of XP. Next up is world quests. World quests actually give anywhere between 100 to 1000 EXP per quest. You can find them by the little explanation points all around the map. They're usually blue. You can look in the quest tab to see the XP that it'll give you. These aren't typically the fastest way of getting EXP, but they do typically pay out pretty well. Story quests actually use one story key per quest, and you can actually get the story keys by doing 8 daily commissions, so you can only get one every 2 days. But the great thing about story quests is they're usually pretty short, and they'll give you about 200 to 400 EXP. If you don't know how to get there, you'll go to your quests log, and then on console you either hit L2, or on PC you can just hit the button down there at the bottom left. Next up are bosses. These are typically very easy to farm. They'll give you anywhere between 100 to 300 EXP. And what I mean by bosses are electrostasises or hydrostasises, oceanids, or maybe even regisvines. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Typically the bosses will give you quite a bit. The one back draw though is that you will have to use your resin to open up the blossoms. So make sure you either have some extra resin on hand, or you're just doing it sparingly. Another given one is the Statues of the Seven. So the Statues of the Seven starts at 100 EXP for the first level of the Statues of the Seven, and it will continue to go up from there. For the last couple levels will be 1000 EXP. So make sure you're getting those oculuses, you know, the Dendro Oculus, the Anemo Oculus, all the different oculuses for the different areas, and make sure you're applying those to your Statues of Seven to be gaining that EXP. Domains and Trouce domains will give you quite a bit as well. They range from anywhere from 50 to 500. There are a lot of domains around the world, and I would definitely check in to see if things have either reset or if you have things that you just haven't done and checked in with. Domains, I feel, are very slept on. They aren't used to their full potential, so definitely don't sleep on the domains. It's something worth considering. Waypoints are another great way to get EXP. Now they're only 50 EXP, but there are 359 waypoints since the release of Fontaine. So I'd really suggest getting those, because that equals to about 17,950 EXP. Definitely not something to pass up. Next one I have is chest farming. So for a common chest, you'll get 10 to 20 EXP. For an exquisite chest, you'll get 20 to 30 EXP. For a precious chest, you'll get 30 EXP, and for a luxurious, you'll get 30 to 60 EXP. For finding chests, I highly recommend the interactive map, and I'll leave the link down in the description if you want to go ahead and use it. But I have ranked up twice in just the last hour by using the interactive map and running around getting chests and waypoints. I would highly recommend chest and waypoint farming, and looking in what areas you have the lowest percentage of discovery and starting there. Last but definitely not least, I have Storm Terror farming. Now Storm Terror, no matter what level he is, he will always give out 300 EXP. So I suggest doing the Storm Terror level 1 and just farming that a lot. Now he does take resin, but if you have extra resin that you can use, I would highly recommend doing that and just farming this, because you could probably take out Storm Terror in about 3 to 5 minutes if you do it correctly. So with those numbers, you're looking between 3,500 EXP per hour to 7,000 EXP per hour. Storm Terror is definitely a good cash cow in terms of EXP. All in all, Genshin Impact is a game that takes a lot of patience, and there's no replacement for that unless you want to open your wallet. But that being said, if you guys like the content today, please hit that like button, and if you want to watch more of this, go ahead and subscribe. Other than that, if you guys have anything to say, go ahead and drop that in the comment section. Thank you so much, and have a great day.